Hey everyone, I hope you're good and welcome back to my new video. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about the environment, the ego, and little bit all about the life related thing. Okay, so let's get started without wasting any further second. So yeah, I just wanted to share information, not information, but yeah, some information about these kind of topics which I just mentioned right before talking to you guys. Why these topics are very important for you? Because in my opinion, if you ask, so to be honestly, I believe that if you understand these topics, so these are not just a exam topic. Okay, you just understand, you learned, and you just you will be asking question related to this kind of question. No, this is not that kind of a thing. Okay, this will eventually help you in that situation when those situation comes in your life and will arise in your life. Okay, in that situation, this will literally help you to even understand in a better way so that you can easily tackle that situation. Okay, I hope you understood this makes sense. Okay, this is just the intro of this video. So yeah, for making you understand what you are going to learn from that video. Okay, from this video, sorry. So yeah, without wasting, yeah, I know I'm repeating again. I should stop repeating some sentence over and over again in my video. So yeah, let's get started without wasting any. Right now, I mentioned that I should not use some, I should not use some words again and again, but still I'm using because this has become my habit and comfort. You can say that I'm very comfort being that person who repeats a word. Okay, so let's talk about ego. Everything is good and bad. Everything has good and bad effect, we can say that. Okay, if you do something, that can be good or that can be bad. Yeah, I'm not talking about doing rape, doing murder, doing crime. That is always bad. But what I'm talking about is whether you do anything that has a good thing and that has a bad thing also. But these thing depends on on your intention. Okay, suppose that if I'm going to help anybody in the market, so if my intention is to just help and to support that person, so that is very good for me. In my case, or in my mind, or in my perspective, in my, what do you call that thing, from my perspective. Okay, so it is very good. Okay, but yeah, I'm just going to help so that I can be a guy who is good, who is presenting myself as a good person, or just flexing by helping other people so that people can cheer up me, people can laugh, no, not laugh, but people can clap on me. Okay, so this is not good for me and not for others also, because eventually you know that this you just acting. I know that is also good, but that is not correct. Okay, this is just I'm talking about. Yeah, that is not good, but yeah, that is also not correct. Sorry, that is good, but that is not correct. Okay, that is not right. This is what I'm talking about. Because for becoming best person or good person, somehow we have to act in initial days, somehow we have to act like a actor. Okay, for becoming best person. Okay, for because if you never helped anybody and now you're trying first time to help somebody, so you have in initial days or on the first day, on the second day, you have to act, you have to become actor. Then it can, that can, being that can eventually become your habit. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I know some people cannot understand this thing because this is very deep kind of a thing which I'm talking about right now. Because nowadays generation is very, I would not say doom, I would not say dumb also, but they're just distracted by something. Okay, and if they just take little bit control on their life on their social media, so they can become good generation. Yeah, much smarter, much stronger, much good generation than any other generation which exists on the planet. Okay, I know this is very, it is unbelievable, and it is not sounding also good, because I know you heard so many bad things about the Gen Z, so many bad words, so many bad kind of a discussion on podcasts, on many other platforms about Gen Z. Gen Z is broke, Gen Z is not good for company, not good for job. I know they have little bit temptation kind of a problem, but yeah, these can obviously resolvable, and this can also, you know they are just distracted. As I said, that they are just distracted, they are just have influencing by other people, because they are just distracted. Okay, so it is our responsibility to understand them. Understand means, I'm not saying to help them, just understand what is going with them. Okay, I know most of these are just interrupting my video because my fan is off, because that fan caused very huge problem in while recording this video, that caused loud voice. Okay, so that is not good for me. And I know you don't, I know nobody's watching this, so why I'm explaining you. Yeah, let it be. So let's talk about the third topic, that is somehow your environment. Okay, let's talk about environment, as I mentioned that. So if I ask to you guys, what is environment? I'm not talking about the climate environment and the forest environment and your society environment. Okay, yeah, society is also included in this video, but yeah, let's talk about the environment. Environment means your friend zone, your society, your circle with other friends, other society. Okay, so these kind of things I'm talking about. Okay, so let's talk. What is that? What is the means? If I ask, and you will also know that, you will also answer that in the comment. Okay, I know this thing, and this is not good, this is no, this is good. We know everything about the question. If anybody asks any question to you, so you will give answer of that question. You absolutely good answer you will give. Okay, but once it comes to apply on our life, so why we are not even focusing on those kind of answer which we gave to somebody? Getting my words? It becomes very very hard or impossible to apply those kind of answer in our fucking life. Suppose that if you gave answer environment, so if you are in that circle where everybody is smoking, so in 1 year, in after 1 year, you will be the next smoker in that circle. You gave this answer. Okay, and that is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, 110% correct. But once it comes to apply in your life, you don't know, you forget that answer, you act like you don't know about the environment, you don't actually understand, you just heard it from somewhere and you put it in front of the camera. That's it. That's what you do. Getting my word? So these things should not happen. I think if you do not know, I know saying and applying it's very very different kind of a things. I totally agree, because I'm also in some kind of a things I'm very bad. To be honest, I'm very bad in some kind of a things, but in some, on the other hand, there are something on where I'm very good. I'm very good at those kind of things. Nobody can even touch me on that thing, like making video, talking confidently. You say there are hundred of people, hundred of students who are talking better than you. Who is, I know, but I have to present like that, bro. I have to present like that so that my mind can work in that direction. If I will not support myself, so who the hell is going to support me? This is also another lesson you can take from this video. If you are not helping yourself, so bro, no one is going to help you. Even your parents are not going to help you. Forget about your friends, forget about your girlfriend, boyfriend. They are just temporary kind of a thing. They will exist on a temporary basis and they will go. They will make their career, you will make your career. So do not, and I am very sorry for that. I don't mean to say that all the girls, all the boys are for temporary basis. Okay, all the relationships are on a temporary basis, but out of, if I talk about out of 10, so 6 7 relationships are on the basis of temporary kind of a thing. Okay, temporary basis. If you can go and read about those research and the papers which has published in India also, and after getting married also, after even getting pregnant or child, their husband and wife are getting affair with anybody, affair, getting affair in relationship with somebody. Even the person who has already child, already got married with somebody, but still they're doing, because I don't know why it's happening. I don't want to talk about on this thing, because, but yeah, I cleared you about that thing. Okay, I don't mean to say that everybody is No, everybody's like that. It is, the chances are very high. The probability of, being temporarily, the probability of being temporarily in relationship is very high than permanent. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So I hope you understood today's video. If you understood anything or this much also, so please let me know in the chat box what did you understand from this video. If you have any kind of a feedback about my thing, about my communication, so please let me know. Feel free to have your feedback. Bye bye.